Dr. DeMont here, and welcome to Reversing C++. In this module, we're going to be talking about the specifics of C++ and reversing and how it varies a little bit from C, and mainly we'll look at a demo. And after the demo, we'll talk through some of the details that we saw as part of that demonstration. The demo program we're going to look at is a simple C++ program. We've got a main, we instantiate a parent and a derived class, and then we simply print out a couple of values. We pass 20 to the second function of object 1, and we see what it returns. Then we pass 20 to the second function of object 2, and it should provide a different value because we override the functionality of the second function in the derived class. But it doesn't work, and so the first part of the lab is to figure out why doesn't that work, what's wrong with our code. And then we simply pause so that we can see the output. So what does it look like when we run the program? Well, we simply type virtual funcs, and we see that this is correct, and we see that this is not correct. So the first object should print 1010 when it's passed the value 20 to the second function, whereas the second object should print something other than that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the class code for parent class 1. We have a protected member A, then we have some public methods, the constructor, which we pass to A by default, and then we have a first function and a second function code. So if we go ahead and look at the derived class, we'll see that the problem really is right where we have this first function. If we're going to override that at some point, one of those two or both of them needs the virtual keyword here in the base class, not in the derived class, and that really is the bug that we'll find. What do the functions do? The first function simply divides the input by 2. The second function calls the first and adds 1000. And then in the derived class, what we see is that we are overriding the first function with new functionality, although, again, that keyword virtual is in the wrong spot. It needs to be in the base class. So here we're dividing by 4. So what we should have seen was 1005. So let's go ahead and run that and see what that looks like. Here we are, we've run the program with the error. We get 1010 for both because we're missing the virtual keyword right here with the first function. Let's save that and run it again. And now you'll see that suddenly we get 1005 instead of 1010. So now the program is operating properly, that we fixed this little tiny bug.